Blackjack rabbit here. Rathbone. I still don't know exactly completely what the concept of rathbone was. Pretty much I saw the name come through. I work at a thing where I see names. I love the name, and then I saw it as a book title, so I just loved it. I go, that's a perfect NPC. That's kind of a perfect NPC, kind of like terror name. So my original concept was that Rathbone was the leader of a ship that would raid towns, villages, and ships. And it was, think of like, it was kind of a supernatural ship. They would appear with fog around them, that was the sign, and then they would attack and kill pretty much everything and leave nothing, just leave dead bodies. And they didn't really take anything, they just killed things. Kind of like a terror group. Rathbone was around until one day they attacked a ship, and then you had a pregnant woman who was praying, who got down and prayed to the mother goddess or fertility goddess, I forget what her name was, for protection, and she actually intervened this time. She smited Rathbone, the goddess, came and kind of, I wouldn't say destroyed Rathbone, but she erased Rathbone. She couldn't kill Rathbone, but she erased him. And pretty much what I came up with Rathbone was a dark spirit that actually was controlling or taking over a person. So the goddess came, she stripped the spirit out of the person, and then erased the memory of Rathbone from the world. Because once something, or because ideas are kind of power, but they couldn't actually destroy that power, which is that's another video to do. So in a nutshell, what I had is that this lady then, the person who did that, she ended up kind of falling for the person who was Rathbone and ended up having kids with this guy. And what I did, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, was they had kids, and that was the parents of one of the player characters. So what I did then is they kind of, the players came up with a background where they were a soldier and his father was in the army. So then I just took that and says that the father was in an army, or wasn't in an army, but that's the memory that was kind of implanted in him to hide the idea of Rathbone. And then that's why kind of Pat was there. After that, I kind of played with the idea of Rathbone a little bit. I took up the idea of the pestilence and kind of expanded it, where that was actually a arm or a servant of the darkness that was out there. And Rathbone, and the spirit was seeking out Rathbone, the father of Rathbone, or the person that was Rathbone. I might need to edit this one down. But in a nutshell is that at one point the characters will actually, I should just cut this off and pick Rathbone Part 2. So I'll do Rathbone Part 2. Thank you.